Bitcoin has just hit $121,000. What is even happening right now? The entire crypto space is absolutely blowing up. XRP, yeah, it's making moves too. This is the exact week we've been hyping up, often referred to as Crypto Week, and as expected, coins are already taking off. XRP just climbed to the choose spot on Coinbase with a staggering $413 million in 24-hour trading volume, second only to Bitcoin. And it's actually overtaken Ethereum. Can you guys even begin to understand why this is happening? It's because XRP is tied to the US. It's considered the American coin. And this week is all about America. That's exactly why shorting right now is a terrible idea. In just the last 5 hours alone, over $500 million in crypto shorts have been completely wiped out. If you're bearish, this might not be the week for you. Seriously, step aside. Crypto is gearing up for a huge breakout. From July 14th through the 18th, we're looking at what could be a game-changing week for the markets. Expect major moves, boom after boom after boom, all across the board. This is a crypto-focused week, and it's no coincidence. There are 3 major bills in play, including the highly anticipated Genius Act, targeting stablecoin regulation. Big things are brewing. When discussing stablecoins, it's important to note that USDT may gradually lose its dominance as more regulated alternatives gain traction. This is where XRP comes into play, not only challenging other digital assets, but potentially overtaking the entire crypto ecosystem. RLUC is poised to outperform both Tether and Circle, while XRP could eventually outshine Bitcoin and Ethereum. With regulatory clarity emerging in the US crypto space, market dynamics are expected to shift. According to key industry voices, Ripple's RLUC product could be a major disruptor in this transformation. Second on the list is a bill pushing back against CBDC surveillance. Yep, they're taking a stand. And third, we've got the Clarity Act, aimed at bringing solid regulatory guidance to the crypto space. These are massive moves. Depending on how things unfold, the markets could absolutely pump or take a hard dive, so stay alert. Volatility is coming in hot, no doubt about it. But check this out. Look at what they're actually saying here. Breaking news. White House insiders are now projecting the entire crypto market, including Bitcoin, could soar to a $20 trillion valuation once the market structure bill is passed. Yep, you heard that right. Officials are saying this could actually happen, and it's coming fast. The bill is expected to pass as early as September, and once it does, the floodgates might open. They're not just talking about Bitcoin, they mean the entire crypto space heading toward a $20 trillion explosion. So, what exactly are these crypto bills all about? This week could mark a major leap toward the mainstream for digital assets. A lineup of pro-crypto legislation is moving forward in Congress, and it's designed to bring crypto and traditional finance closer than ever. Think of it as a collision point between DeFi, crypto, and legacy finance, a tri-fi moment that could reshape everything. The House of Representatives, led by the Republican majority, has even labeled this stretch as Crypto Week. They're preparing to pass several major bills, the standout being one that lays down a comprehensive framework for stablecoin regulation. If it passes, it's expected to land on President Donald Trump's desk soon. Historically, when lawmakers push forward frameworks backed by the industry, it sends a signal, a green light. And when that happens, institutional capital that's been sitting on the sidelines due to unclear rules tends to flood in fast. Now here's the real kicker. The head of derivatives at Bitfinex, and remember, these big exchanges often have insight into where the market's headed, just made a huge statement. He said that once these bills are passed and the US gives crypto the full green light, we're going to see a tidal wave of money rush into the market. That tsunami of sideline capital, it's exactly what the White House hinted at, pushing the entire crypto market cap toward that massive $20 trillion mark. Where's the market sitting right now? We're hovering around a $3.8 trillion crypto market cap, nearly $4 trillion, and the real bull run hasn't even kicked off yet. If things play out the way insiders are predicting, we're looking at a $20 trillion market by the end of this cycle, before any kind of crash or reset. If that happens, XRP could hit $100 with a massive 30% dominant share. And Bitcoin, yeah, it's on track for that legendary $1 million target. So what's fueling this momentum? It's Crypto Week in Congress, and Bitcoin is already smashing through all-time highs. Makes sense, right? The real catalyst here is the bill up for a vote, the one that will finally set federal standards for stablecoins. This is the big one. Say goodbye to USDT's dominance. Its reign might finally be ending, and XRP, its ecosystem is gearing up to go full throttle. Stablecoins designed to maintain a $1 peg have become essential tools in the crypto world, especially for traders shifting between assets. Their use has exploded recently, and now lawmakers are saying let's make it official. That's where the Genius Act comes in. The House is expected to approve it, and Trump has already indicated he'll sign it into law. Here's what the bill proposes. Stablecoins must be backed by highly liquid assets. Issuers must publicly disclose their reserves monthly. This could finally bring the regulatory clarity needed to unlock the next phase of the bull run and bring institutional money in hard. Tether? Yeah, they're not complying with any of that. They've been dodging full audits for years, that's issue number one. And now, instead of cleaning up their act, Tether is saying, fine, we'll launch a new US-based stablecoin, and that one you can audit. Basically, they're trying to sidestep the new rules by offering up a fresh version that plays nice for the cameras, while keeping the original Tether untouched. It's classic deflection. Tether CEO Paulo Ardoino even admitted it. They plan to introduce a new coin that fits US regulations. So regulators leave the current Tether alone. But let's be real, the original Tether might be done for in the US market. So that covers the stablecoin side of things. Now let's talk about the market structure bill. This week, the House is also expected to pass a huge piece of legislation aimed at building a full-on regulatory framework for crypto. This bill would officially expand the CFTC's authority over digital assets, and it's being pushed with strong support from the crypto industry. If this becomes law, it'll finally give us clear definitions. When is a crypto token a security? When is it a commodity? Who has jurisdiction, the SEC or the CFTC? This is something crypto firms have been begging for, especially after years of the SEC going after exchanges under the Biden administration, filing lawsuits left and right for so-called violations. Crypto companies argue that most tokens should be treated as commodities, not securities, because if that's the case, they'd have a much easier path to compliance, and platforms wouldn't be constantly battling with the SEC. Exactly, once platforms are legally allowed to offer these compliant tokens to their users, that's when the real altcoin season kicks off. Think about it. If none of these assets are labeled as securities, and everything gets the green light under the new regulatory structure, we're looking at a complete game changer. They've already mentioned a September deadline for the market structure bill, and that's the same timeline tied to the $20 trillion crypto market cap prediction. See the connection? That's why I've been saying it. This next alt season isn't just a pump. It's about to be insane. We're talking meme coins and S-tier tokens pulling 100x to 1000x gains minimum. It's like 2017 all over again. But this time, on steroids. Why? Because of the massive capital inflows we're about to see. This isn't just hype. Money is going to be pouring in from every angle. Institutions, retail, even governments jumping on board. This wave, it's going to be nuclear. No one's truly prepared for what's coming. But there's one major crypto I believe is already positioned to lead the charge. XRP. Why? Because it's built in the US, and with all the new regulation favoring American-based projects, XRP has the upper hand. Sure, there are other US-born tokens that might benefit too, and they're worth keeping an eye on. But me? I'm locked in. I've got my eyes on the real prize, XRP. And yes, I truly believe it can reach 200. That's like what? A 30x to 50x gain from where we are right now. Even on the low end, that's still massive. And here's where it gets even more wild. XRP and Cardano's leadership just made headlines in the New York Times. Yeah, today. The headline, Crypto perfects the art of the spiel to win over the president. Guess who's featured? Charles Hoskinson, founder and CEO of Cardano, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, and even Stuart Alderoty, Ripple's chief legal officer. They're literally being highlighted in mainstream media for their connections to Trump's emerging crypto agenda. Do you see it now? XRP isn't just another coin. It's looking more and more like the chosen one. And with Trump now in position to drive this space forward, don't be surprised if XRP gets vertically launched, straight up. Not even joking, this is exactly why XRP is waking up right now. Just take a look at Fiat Leak. XRP is going off the charts. As soon as it touched $3, it was like someone opened the floodgates. The volume, exploding. Buyers, pouring in like crazy. And here's the real kicker. This is what people are calling the Trump pump. Just a year ago at Mar-a-Lago, top crypto execs, including Bitcoin insiders, pitched the idea of a pro-crypto presidency to Donald Trump. They were desperate. After years of legal battles, crackdowns, and regulatory heat, especially under the previous administration, the industry needed a savior. Enter Trump, calling himself the first real crypto president. He's not just talking the talk. He straight up said he's going to make America #1 in crypto. He wants the US to leapfrog the rest of the world. No fluff, he's playing to win. And the way this is all lining up, it's like someone flipped the switch from the top. Like the elites gave him the green light to rally the industry, usher in mass adoption, and manipulate the market straight up. But here's the twist. It's all part of a bigger setup. First, lure everyone in. Make crypto look unstoppable. Get the masses comfortable using it. And then, when the system collapses, boom, everything resets. A new financial order takes its place. It's so obvious when you connect the dots. And the irony, Trump used to call crypto a scam. Now, he's its biggest political champion. Then, out of nowhere, Trump flipped the script. People were quick to assume, oh, he's just doing it to win the crypto vote. But let's be real, this feels way deeper than just politics. In my opinion, this sudden change in tone, is about ushering in an entirely new financial system. That's the real play here. Trump made it clear. He's done supporting Biden's war on crypto. He even called out Elizabeth Warren and her crew, promising to keep them away from your Bitcoin. And if I'm not mistaken, he even said never sell your Bitcoin. Then came his boldest promise yet: I'll be the pro-Bitcoin, pro-innovation president this country needs. He declared that the U.S. cannot afford to fall behind in the digital asset revolution. His goal? To make America the global capital of crypto. And no one on Capitol Hill has done more to push this vision forward than Senator Cynthia Lummis. She said it loud and clear. Once the Ripple versus SEC case wraps up, it's game over. That's the final stamp, the symbolic victory, the moment the flag gets planted. Remember, the other side tried hard to crush this space, especially Ripple and XRP. But once that case closes, it signals a massive shift. America is about to leapfrog the entire world in crypto adoption. Could you have even imagined this level of support, this speed just 1 year ago? Senator Lummis put it into perspective. Just a year ago, the Banking Committee hadn't released a single piece of legislation in 7 years. Now in year 8, they pushed out the Genius Act, which has already passed the Senate. The House followed up with market structure legislation and a bill to block a central bank digital currency. This is massive. It's the kind of momentum this industry has been waiting for. The time is now, and it all begins this week. Let's break it down. Let's get